Aloha friends, this is a quick guide on using OCS, the online contribution system. From a web browser, we can go to ocs.baha'i.us. We will log in with your Baha'i ID and password, and if this is your first time, that password is going to be your last name. We can go here to sign in, and we can have the option to be remembered, or your browser can remember these credentials. And now we're in. You can look at the document that's been prepared for specific details on all of these options, but I will just be showing you how to enter a contribution. So we go here to enter contribution. We have some options here. We can do a one-time contribution. This is a continuing contribution. Details are listed inside the star once you hover over. Continuing contributions are recurring contributions. They recur with a select frequency every 2 weeks, every Baha'i month, every 19 days. In memory of is a contribution you can give in memory of a soul that's passed on, and in honor of is a contribution you can give to a living loved one. In honor of a living soul. So let's go to one-time contribution. Here we are, and you'll notice that on every screen there is a beautiful selection from the writings having to do with the nature and purpose of giving to the fund, so that the friends can reflect and be inspired as they navigate their contribution. So first step, we're going to select which fund we want to contribute to. All the funds are here. It's kind of exciting. We can contribute directly to the National Baha'i Fund. We can contribute to the Shrine of Abdul Baha, which is wonderful. We can also give to the Persian Baha'i Media Services Fund, which used to be called Payam Doost. We can give to your locality directly, and this is the only way that your local treasurer will know that you've contributed. If you contribute, say, to the Continental Baha'i Fund, there will be no notice given to your local community. So if it matters to you that your contribution be counted towards participation and dollar amount goals in your community, you want to make sure to donate to the locality, perhaps in addition to your other contribution. It might be some nominal sum if you just want to be counted for the participation goal, like number of believers that are contributing. Of course, all of this is totally up to you, but the point is that the only way that your local treasurer knows that you've contributed is if you contribute here at all or in addition to other fund contributions. You can also contribute to a different local fund, to a different community. In reading this list, there may be some funds that you are unfamiliar with, and this is a great time to contact your local treasurer for some information on what these funds are, or even just talking with the other friends. Contributing to the fund is a beautiful, sacred, private thing, but we can still talk about it. We can still educate one another. There are lots of things in life that are private that we do and should talk about more, like marriage. Marriage is something that we consult about often, even though it is a private thing. Wonderful. So we're going to select the fund that we want to give to. One last comment is that if you contribute to your regional Baha'i Council, that contribution counts towards the National Baha'i Fund goal. So let's just put in a test contribution there in the amount of $1. If you'd like, you can include the Baha'i ID and first and last name of other people in your household, and you can contribute on their behalf as well. And the contribution will be split n number of ways, where n is the number of people that you've listed here. So often I will contribute after my wife and I have consulted. We say, okay, we want to contribute this amount, so my information is populated here, and then I will input Gabi, my wife's information here. I'll put her Baha'i ID, first name and last name, and then any contribution we make will be split in half. And one day when we have a child, that contribution will be split in 3. etc. So we're going to go to the next step. Here we have the opportunity to confirm the amount. And at the next step, here is where we can schedule the contribution. We can change the payment date. We can make this a continuing contribution. So if we decide, you know what, I want to have this contribution recur, we can select that option and we'll be given other options later. We can choose here whether we want to contribute from a bank account or a credit or debit card. If we contribute from a bank account, we just click right here and we can add our bank information, our routing number, all of this info here. If we want to contribute with a credit or debit card, the previous contribution, the previous cards that have been used to contribute are saved, and we can also add a new card there. So we can add a new Visa, for example, and put all the info there. Very simple. So I'll just select something that I have here on file, and we go to the next step. We are given the opportunity to authorize the contribution, and we can ponder this quotation here if we'd like. Oh, friends of God, be ye assured that in place of these contributions, your agriculture, your industry, and your commerce will be blessed by manifold increases, with goodly gifts and bestowals. From Abdul-Baha. And Abdul-Baha never gives us wishful thinking. He gives us assurances, and he gives us insight into the nature of spiritual and physical reality. So this always brings me so much joy and excitement, actually. So we can go here and click. If we don't click and we try to submit, it says we must check the box for authorization. So we say, okay, we authorize the contribution, we submit it. Then we have to press OK to complete the contribution. And there we go. Thank you. Your one-time contribution of $1 has been submitted for processing. We can click here to view the receipt, and it'll also be emailed to us. So the receipt is here, and it is beautiful. From the Office of the Treasurer, it lists the amount to which fund we contributed, and there it is. Lovely. Okay, folks, enjoy using the online contribution system. Goodbye.